Hello, everybody. Welcome to Unofficial Commentary on Power Rangers Ninja Steel. This week is episode 10 The Ranger Ribbon. I don't know what that title is supposed to mean. Let's begin. Oh, way to answer my question within like the first 30 minutes, 30 seconds of the episode. What even is that? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh, so it's like the Lock Bridge in France or the Lock Bridge in somewhere else. That'd be something to do at the end of the series. Because, hint, hint, there's a Green Ranger coming, and two more Red Rangers. Oh, I know what's gonna happen here. They're gonna try and chop the tree down, aren't they? Yep, what did I tell you? No, it's not. No, they can't. They literally cannot. No. Literally, they can't. Those chainsaws can't possibly cut that tree down. Oh, what the hell are the Men in Black doing here? And why are Victor and Monty here? Disapproving Asian father. There are actually saws made to cut trees that big. Yes, those are probably industrial chainsaws, but can't really cut down a tree that big. I wonder how this is going to tie into an episode in a ninja. Yeah. I see. Here's the thing. There's absolutely no way they would have gotten this far without people knowing. Let's see here. The ribbon tree. Local, symbol of happy moments. Right. because he's got those magic powers that he hardly ever uses. That is physically impossible. But yes, I live in the real world, so I know how this thing works. They would have had to apply for a permit, buy the land. The plans would have come out, and everyone who would have put a ribbon out there would have come out and protest, and he would not have even remotely even begun to get this far. Like I said, I live in the real world and not Haim Saban's fantasy land. This is Ripper-Rat. That's Ripper-Rat. That is the same Oh. That the costume is exactly the same. Okay, how did he get all this set up ahead of time? That wasn't funny. How are you being picked up if you're waving the microphone about like that? Sure it is. Oh, of course. More dead parents. There really isn't a formula as to how to make a show like this good, is it? We're like 8 minutes into the episode, and we have seen no fighting, no threat. Nothing even remotely related to the Why? Just why? How? Did the Dino Charge Rangers think up these traps? How do your saws even cut anything? They're made of rubber. So they're actually finally starting the rivalry between Preston and him. This was actually supposed to happen and transition into Sentai footage for absolutely no reason. And also, he wasn't holding the Kakari Hengen in the previous shot. He just went straight to using the Ichibato. Kill him while he's posturing, Preston. By all rights, that shouldn't have worked. By all rights, that shouldn't have worked. And didn't. But it shouldn't have even gotten that far. Or you could just finish this guy off right now and use your communicator to call your friends. Seriously, fuck the tree. Or, you could just put Redbot up on the tree. He doesn't do anything in this show. I'm serious. Just get Redbot out here. And what's his name? The Kelson's character. SPD did the dead parent thing, and it actually really worked. And it was a very important part of Sky's character arc and the show as a whole. And let's see here. Preston's dad is missing, so is his brother. Not Preston, Christ. Whatever the Red Ranger's name is, because I can't remember him anymore. Brody? Brody, yeah. They don't care. These guys shouldn't... First off, these guys shouldn't care. They're just getting... And that chainsaw is definitely not big enough to cut that tree down. What is the message supposed to be here? How did you not remember this? How did you not remember that? This is fucking weak sauce. This episode has been, so far, 90% tree bullshit and less than 10% fight scene. Technically, I think the problem kind of solved itself. And why are the monsters just randomly attacking here? This doesn't make any sense. They don't have any motivation to do this. They don't have any reason to do this. Well, good luck. About half the saws on your body aren't capable of doing anything. What is with this tree that his traps aren't being sprung? I think it might be morphin time. Screw the secret identities. There is a total of one guy. And as far as you know... Yes, we know. This dialogue. Oh god, this dialogue is painful. Is this that... This looks like the warehouse that they shot some of the... Yeah, this looks like the industrial complex that they shot, some of the scenes from Kamen Rider 3 in. And some of the scenes from, Kamen Rider Drive as well. We've got approximately 7 minutes of the episode left, and if every single one of them is not filled with action, I'm gonna... We don't need to see this. Really, legitimately, we don't need to see this. Oh, this is footage from the first episode. That was literally a piece of footage from the first episode in a Ninja. They just have... They do not care about... And that's from the first episode in a Ninja. Either that or the second one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is mostly episode 1 footage. Yeah. Yeah, this is all... Yeah, I think that's a shot from episode 2, possibly, and that's like the shot they keep using in the intro, and I'm pretty sure that's from episode 1 as well. This is just random clips strung together. I mean, it's like somewhat coherent, but it's not really anywhere near what it would need to be a convincing fight scene. Hyper... You mean the Arrow bow mode that wasn't even included in the toy? That? No, it's not, because you're about to die. Thank you, Captain Obvious! All Jason ever said was, "We need dinosaur power, now!" And that was the end of it. The Megazord was there, and they beat the hell out of the villain. You know? This Megazord transformation sequence actually made sense in a Ninja because it used the exact same background that the morphing sequence used. Doesn't happen here. Not even remotely close. And then, the interior of, I can't remember what the, Megazord was called in the Ninja, but it was like, the interior looked like the, looked kind of like how you would expect from this series aesthetic, and it wasn't just sigil spam. That actually made sense when Taka was jumping out of the throne. And this actually had a lot of impact, again, when Taka was jumping out of the control throne. Also, why was the Gold Ranger in the Megazord when he wasn't even in his own Zord? Also, way to keep that secret identity a secret. This is part of the reason why the Rangers would morph inside the original Rangers, would morph inside of the command center and then teleport to their destination. It's also part of the reason why the RPM Rangers didn't bother with a secret identity. What the hell? Why are the Rangers doing this and not the professional contractors this guy had earlier in the episode? Victor and Monty are going to run afoul of it, obviously. I started that sentence before these two even showed up on screen. First off, famous last words. Second, are you friggin' deaf? That's a New Zealand accent, matey. I know, because they didn't even bother having Chase cover up his accent at all. Sounds like a Kiwi. And this is clearly set in California. And Brody is supposed to be American. And also, that was some of the most stilted line delivery I have ever heard in my life. It was one scene. One scene. You couldn't just take that over. That one little tiny scene, that one little tiny line, you love ADR so much, you couldn't dub in somebody doing it better. I mean, granted, Jesus Christ, Tyler's dad sounded awful when he was dubbed in like that, but come on. Do you even try to make it sound good? Well, that's it for this week's episode. I'll see you guys next week, and